Hi friends, welcome to my channel. We have already designed a triple strand bracelet, which is a really amazing bracelet that I really like it. It is a minimalist bracelet, I would call it, and it has aquamarine gemstones, the spacer beads, the blue lace agate as our central thing, and the bicones as well. So this is the video that will already be there on my channel. You can check it out. And we also made a pair of earrings and a necklace as well. So now it's time for bracelet again. So this is a single strand bracelet, but you can also do this multiple strand. And we received this amazing big hole gemstone beads. Let me just make sure what the gemstone is. There we go. So this is 8mm. No. Malaysian jade. Oh, this is 8mm. This is 8mm Malaysian jade ice round beads. These are dyed quartz, by the way. And the thing is, since it's 7.5 inch strand, so I thought I will combine the crystals as well just to give that pop. All I did was use the bead caps after the 8mm beads covering the beads, and then I also used the spacer bead between that, the starburst 3 or 4mm, I'm not so sure. We have that spacer bead right here. Yeah, 4mm brass starburst spacer beads in silver color. We received 50 of them in the box, in the bargain bead box. That's what I'm talking about. And the Glacier Glimmer collection is what we are working with. So I'm using soft flex medium wire in a stainless steel color, satin silver color. That's what it says. So it's a nylon coated bead stringing wire, and then it comes in various sizes. There is medium, there is fine, there is very fine, and also I think heavy maybe. So so it comes in different things. So here what I did was, it's an asymmetrical bracelet, and I think my signature bracelet comes with a button and leather clasp. So I'm using this button for my stash. You can do the regular way. We have the clasp that we had in this bracelet, this like hook on clasp, very nice ornate one. You can use that and it will be very pretty, but I really like, I already used that in that other bracelet, so in this I just want to make it a little bit different. So I'm using this plain stainless steel button. I didn't want an ornate button because I want to add that element in the, see, the bead caps is already ornate and we have the starburst element. So I want to keep this mute kind of, and I picked out the toggle from my stash. I'm not going to use the bar part of the toggle clasp, but I'm going to use this part. Okay, let me tell you guys how I'm about to use that. But as I said, you can also use different clasps, and the pattern I followed is I always work with the spool. I don't cut my thread before. So what happens here is, so I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 beads with the bead spaces separated by the bead spaces and the bead caps, and then I followed with this 3 crystal. I'm not adding more, and in between that I have that aquamarine faceted 3mm gemstone, just 2 of them. So this is a pattern right here. As I said, it's an asymmetrical necklace, so just for this space I just added these, and then I continued with the same pattern. Okay, and also this is not in the middle of the bracelet. I'm gonna finish this part first, and then I'm gonna come back and see if I really need this many beads or less, because since we are going to use leather, this is 2mm leather cord, and it's a bead landing brand. It's from Michaels. It has 3 different colors. The one color that I use the most is almost done. I have only a little bit left. I removed it and kept it. This is a red, and I would say this is a green maybe. So this is the one I'm going to use. It's like a dark navy blue blackish kind of a leather. It's a 2mm leather, by the way, but you can use any size leather you want. And this leather is the one which is remaining in that color, so it's about, say, 11 inches. Okay, you don't need 11 inches, probably 10 inches would be good, but you need at least 10 inches to work with. Okay, otherwise this pattern will not work. The next thing I want to tell you guys is I need crimp tubes or crimp beads. So I'm going to use the crimp tubes right here. This is 2mm crimp tubes, and it also depends upon the size of the soft flex wire or the bead stringing nylon coated wire that you're using. For example, this is 0.48mm. This will accommodate size 1 bead, crimp bead, and size 2 crimp tubes. So these are size 2 crimp tubes that I'm using. These are Beadalon. So I'm going to use 2 of them. Okay, and I take my crimp tube. Okay, so we need some beads for this button. You can use seed beads. I'm thinking I will grab my seed. So this is the seed bead I'm gonna use. This is almost the color of my gemstone, as you guys can see. I didn't want to take any more attention from the gemstones that I'm using here. I can use a crystal, but this color I really like it, so I'm using it. It's a Toho seed bead 11 seed bead size, and I know I removed the cover though, so I don't know what exactly the name of the color is, but I'm just dumping a little bit here so that and also we need this seed bead. So I'm taking about, say, here 6 seed beads going through the button. So why I'm using seed bead, let me just remove this wire here. Can cut it up. We don't need that wire. That was, I think, in the button in my stash. So we need the seed beads to go under the, see this, so this cannot go on top of the gemstone bead, and we need kind of a space for it to come back through, and we don't want it right on top here. We need it right after the seed bead. So the best thing you can do is add, I think, a starburst bead would be an ideal thing, or I mean, if you don't want the starburst bead, I should add a couple more, I'm thinking, why not finish the pattern fully, right? So take off the crimp bead, add the bead cap, and want the starburst bead. Okay, so the crimp tube and then the seed beads. And then our button, so the button will slide onto this, but when you come back here, maybe a couple more seed beads, 8 and 9. Okay, and come back through the crimp, the starburst, it's 10 o'clock in the morning and it's very gloomy, guys. I think I need my lights on. So now I have 9 seed beads here. When I come back through this and just a couple of them, just want to know how it sits properly. See this? So this doesn't move. Can you see? I want this to move freely. Yeah, it's okay. It's better. So this is how it's going to look, and I like the amount of seed beads here, and I can even see the starburst bead on the top, which is perfect. So 9 seed beads is the magical number for me right here. So I'm gonna take my crimping pliers, okay, and then go ahead and crimp this. There is 2 divots in the crimping pliers, as you guys can see, one closer to my handle and one away from the handle. The one away from the handle is like an oval one. The one closer to my handle is in the shape of a cashew nut. I will go with the cashew nut first, so go ahead and place your crimp tube in the second divot and then just give it a squish. So that will separate your cord and secure it on either side of that. And then I will go vertically with the first divot, and I'll go and carefully place it and squish. I mean, you can do it round, so that's nice and rounded. Now you can see how nicely it has crimped. So I'm not going to cut this, I'm just going to insert it in my project out here. Okay, so that side is done. Now we will do the other side. Actually speaking, you don't need this much, maybe it's okay. Let it be there, since all my beads can accommodate 2 cords without any problems. So now move all of these to that. So the other side. Okay, so this is one side, that's going to be the other side. And also you need to make sure how long your strand is, right? I'm going to make a 7.5 inch bracelet, and if I see it's already 6 inches, okay, that's good. Maybe I need a little bit less. I should have done that side first and then come back to this side. Nevertheless, I will cut the wire anyways right now, leaving about, say, an inch. Okay, now this is how much I have. I need to add this. Okay, so this is gonna be, again, let's say that will put it more than. So I just remove these beads. I don't need it, otherwise it'll be very long. So if you want, you can add seed beads at this point, do a similar closure like that. It's totally up to you, but it's not needed. So I'm just gonna add this, and I mean, two sides are the same. So come back through the crumb tube and the starburst bead. So that's about it. I'm not going to go any more through any other beads. Take my pliers to pull the wire down. See this? At this point of time, I need to hold on. I will measure this and come. So let's say 7-inch, and I will have this, so that will be good. So now what I'm gonna do here is I have to keep this bracelet in a U format, and then do the honors of, you know, crimping it. Okay, that's my crimp tube, my crimp wire, the crimping pliers. So I did exactly that. There we go. And the first divot, and then you can go around it if you want. There we go. Snip this excess wire off. So now that's done. So you might think a button and a toggle part. What am I going to do? I'm gonna add this leather cord. Okay, I'm gonna take this and I'm going to actually put this on, grab it. So you can also do 1/3, grab 1/3. Okay, hold it like that, take this cord and wrap it around like this, and then towards the toggle one more time, and then take it and go from the toggle, go through all these loops. I'm doing a barrel knot. Okay, that's a nice knot. Since I have the leather, I'm doing it. Otherwise you can do an overhand knot. Okay, that's totally okay. So now we have this, and then we have these two ends. So again, since I have this, and this button comes and clasps here. Okay, so that's what the design I'm going forward for. So again, the barrel knot is what I'm gonna do. Here we go, once and then twice, and then take the end and put it through. Okay, but before tightening this knot up, I'm just gonna pull a little bit nice and tight right here. Okay, and then before tightening this up, I want this to go through this, right? So that's the main thing. So it needs to be at least this big. So that's how we loosen our knot. And now it does accommodate the button. So that's about, say, the right thing. Now I'll go ahead and pull these tight. If you want, you can put a drop of glue right there. Check again. Yes, that's about, say, right. I would suggest put a drop of glue, and then also you can cut it at an angle, just like that. go. That looks nice. So this is a wastage, but it's okay. I still save these scraps. You never know what you will need it for. But the bracelet is not done yet, guys. We still need some things to go with this bracelet. This is pretty enough. I really like it a lot. Okay, but you can make this even more special. So we can have a drop of this, a dangle of this, a dangle of this. So 3 is an ideal number. You can dangle this if you want, but I feel this is a little bit bigger, so maybe the bicones would be a good idea. So what I want to do here is I want to open up the jump ring, but before that we have to do the we have to do the dangles. Okay, so we can also do a couple of so we can use the starburst bead on top. Okay, that can be a dangle. So I'm just gonna do a simple loop. I'm using a head pin. You can use 20 gauge wire or 22 or 24, however you want. I want this completely closed. That's why my loop is all the way like this. Actually, I don't like it. I will take a ball head pin. That'll be really beautiful. So I took a ball head pin and I added the 11 seed beads at the tip. I really like it, kind of. Maybe I don't want it. So if I would have used the flatter ones, I should have used the seed beads as a stopper. This roundel has a big hole, so it's a very small head pin, but you take this, you wrap it around. See how I am wrapping it? I'm coiling it up just like so. Okay, I have one more. I'm gonna do the same. The bicone and the gemstone. Okay, I can do the same. Take the tip of the wire, press the head pin against your index finger, roll it over, you have a loop, then keep rolling it. Okay, keep rolling it until the coil reaches the bead. So that's how we do that. Then I take a jump ring, take 2 sets of my pliers. I like to use the bent nose pliers for this purpose. It's rather a big jump ring, I'm thinking, but it's okay, I guess. So I add one of these and then our charm and then this. So, but it doesn't sit properly, as you guys can see. So I'm gonna add this first and then this, so that way it sits on top. So I add it to this. Okay, now see how nice it is, but you can add more charms if you want, different kind of charms, even a gemstone and so forth. But I really like the way this bracelet turned out to be. Very nice and simple at the same time, dressy. all in one, and very subtle and nice pale blue color, very very soothing to the eyes. I really like it. So as you guys can see, this is our bracelet, and let's see the truth, whether it fits me or not. So I'm very bad with measuring. I just go, see, it fits perfectly for me, so that's good. We used 2mm leather. It's a little bit distressed leather with that navy blue kind of a color, brown blue kind of a color. Okay, and then we used a toggle. Then we added some dangles in the toggle. One end is closed with some seed beads at the end to cover the button, shank of the button, and I used plain stainless steel button. In the pattern I used the starburst bead, the dyed jade 8mm bead with the bead caps, and then I have one section to break that pattern off is that English cut crystal with the gemstones in between. So that's a little bit subtle, and then we have all the silvery elements right here, and I crimped, and I used a soft flex beading wire for this, and I added some tangles. So I hope you guys like this bracelet tutorial. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. See you in the next video. If you'd like to support my channel, there is a heart symbol and a thanks button right next to the share and subscribe button. Click on it and donate as much as you can. It really helps my channel to grow, and I would be very